Now we are going to be reading Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Chapter 6. With Amanda's screams still ringing in my ears, I ran away. I did not stop until I was in Soho. I stayed there all night. No one had heard about the murder yet. What a night I had! Every drink I took, I drank to the dead man's name. What joy I felt to have killed someone! But at last I went back to Jekyll's house. Oh, so carefully I crept down the streets near my house and into my lab. Once more I drank the drug. I was Jekyll again. And then all joy was gone. I fell to my knees. Tears ran down my face. Hyde had often hurt others. But this was murder, the murder of a good man. How could all my work as Jekyll make up for the evil of Hyde? I went quickly to my room and fell asleep. I wanted to sleep to forget, but my dreams would not let me. The red blood on my cane, Carewe's face, smashed to bits. When I woke up, I heard voices outside. I went to the window. There, I saw a boy on the street. He was holding up the newspaper. The headlines were so big that I could read them from my window. Carewe murdered! Police look for Edward Hyde! There was a drawing of my face. It took up nearly the whole front page. Amanda must have told what I looked like. I jumped back from the window. The news was out. The world now knew of Edward Hyde. But suddenly I felt a great load lift from me. If Hyde showed his face anywhere, he would be handed over to the police. He would be hung by the neck until he was dead. Now there was no choice anymore. If I wanted to stay alive, I had to stay Henry Jekyll forever. Poole, I cried out. Sir, answered my butler. He came to my door. Poole, please open my office, I said. I am ready to see patients now. Yes, sir, said Poole. Then he added, have you heard the terrible news, sir? The news of Sir Danvers Carewe? Yes, Poole, I replied, and of Hyde. I should never have let that man in my house. But you can be sure of one thing, he will never show his face here again. No, sir, said Poole. Many people wish to see him hanged for what he did. Yes, yes, I said. Now, do as I ask you. I wish to help as many people as I can today. Once again, I threw myself into my work. I helped so many people. I did all I could to make up for the evil that Edward Hyde had done in the world. I worked late into the night, then I dropped off to sleep. I left myself no time for thinking. But was Edward Hyde dead? No. I could feel him within me, trying to get out. I tried my best to keep him quiet. One day, after I had seen many sick people, I felt the need for some fresh air. I went to a park. It was a fine, clear day. The park was full of birds singing. Spring was in the air. I sat on a bench in the sun. I felt warm and pleasant. My eyes started to close. I remembered a night in Soho. At that moment, I began to shake. I felt sick. I fell off the park bench. When I got up, I felt better. The sick feeling was gone. Then I looked down. The hands that lay on my knees were small and hairy. I was Hyde again. My heart jumped. I looked around. No one had seen me. Not yet. But on every corner was a newspaper telling what I looked like. It was only a matter of time. I would be caught and hanged. I had no idea what to do. I rushed off. Where could I go? If I went back to my house, Poole would call the police. My room in Soho was not safe. I ran through the park, hiding my face. Just outside the park gate, I saw a free carriage. I jumped in. I covered my face so the driver could not see me. My mind raced. I remembered an old hotel on the other side of the city. Maybe I would be safe there. Portland Street, I yelled to the driver. To the hotel. The ride was long. I felt safe hiding inside the carriage. It gave me time to think. I made a plan. The Portland Street Hotel was as I remembered it, dark, out of the way. Inside, an old man took me upstairs to a room. a back room. I was safe, but for how long? I called for paper and pen, then I wrote 2 letters. The first was to Dr. Lanyon. I needed help, but I could not go to Utterson. He had seen Hyde's face. Dr. Lanyon never had. I smiled. Lanyon had laughed at me. Now I could use him to get what I needed. Dear Dr. Lanyon, my dear old friend, you must help me now. I know we have different ideas, but do not think of that now. My life is in your hands. Please, if you do not help me tonight, I am lost. Please do as I ask. Tonight, go to my house. Poole will let you in. Go to my lab. There you will see a desk. One of the drawers is marked with an E. In it is some white powder and some red liquid. Take the drawer back to your house. Wait there until midnight. At that time, you will hear a knock on your door. It will be a small man. He will say that he has come from me. Give the drawer to him. That is all I ask. If you do not do it, I will surely die. Your friend, Henry Jekyll. I wrote the whole letter and signed it in Jekyll's writing. Then I wrote another letter to Poole. Dear Poole, I am away from home. I will not be back for some time, so I will need your help. Tonight, Dr. Lanyon will come to the door. You are to let him in, then show him to my laboratory. He is to take a drawer from my desk with him. Dr. Lanyon is carrying out my orders. Please help him in any way you can. Thank you, Henry Jekyll. I sent the letters out by a boy from the hotel. I paid him well to take the letters. And then I waited. I waited for night to come. I walked up and down that dark little room. At last, a church bell told me it was 11. I set out for Lanyon's house on foot, under the cover of night.